Hey guys, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna start with a practice. Please, we're gonna start in a couple of minutes, right? Let's wait for the rest of your partners to join the session. Is it okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So please wait. Okay, guys, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for answering. Now we're gonna start with the practice. Today, or well, this week, we are supposed to cover writing 1 and speaking 4 all together, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. Today, we're gonna cover speaking 4, and on Friday, we're gonna cover writing 1. Is it okay for you?
Okay.
What about the rest? Carol, Natalie, Vania, Sarai?
Yes. Yes, it's okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your answers. Now let's start, okay? Let's start with the practice. Okay, speaking 4 is about integrated, okay? Now, what is it about? It is really similar to speaking 3, but the difference is that, well, this time you're not going to read anything, okay? You're just gonna listen. You can listen either a conversation or a lecture, okay? If you're going to listen to a conversation, please do these things. Talk about the information provided. Talk about what is the conversation about. That's it. And then provide a perspective of opinion, okay? This is for only conversations, okay? Conversations. You are supposed to provide an opinion if you listen to a conversation. If not, if a lecture is there instead, well, you just have to describe what you understood from the lecture. Is it clear, guys? Guys, hello, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so remember, description and opinion for conversations. Only description of your understanding for lectures. That's it, okay? About the time, well, you have 20 seconds to prepare your answers and then 60 seconds to speak. So I hope that's clear. Can we start with the practice, guys? Okay, so let's go there. Give me just 1 second. We're gonna practice with conversations and lectures today, okay? So let's do it. Let me see where the video recordings are. Okay, here they are. Speaking for conversations, okay. Here it is. I hope everybody participates, okay? That is the way you're going to practice. Let me know if the sounds good, please.
Unit 4, Problem Solution. Direction.
Is the sound good? Okay, thank you, Leonardo. What about the rest?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So let's start. Listen, please.
In this question, you will listen to a conversation. You will then be asked to talk about the information in the conversation and to give your opinion about the ideas presented. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Sample practice.
Now listen to a conversation between two students.
Oh, great.
What's wrong?
My computer broke down. As you know, the report is due tomorrow. Now what am I going to do?
Did you save your files? If you did, there might be a way to open them.
Unfortunately, no, I didn't save them. I can't believe it. See, I was almost done. Even if I stay up all night, I don't think I'll be able to finish it by tomorrow.
Why don't you go down to the help desk? I'm sure they could help you.
Yeah, I know, but it's almost midnight. I have to pay extra for after-hours service. I read that the library charges money for any services or help after 10 at night.
Oh, is that true? I didn't know about that. Then why don't you talk to your professor tomorrow? Maybe she could give you an extension. If you tell her what happened to your computer, I think she'll understand.
No way. I remember when Jennifer asked for an extension because she was hospitalized. Professor Fickle refused and told Jennifer it would be unfair to the other students. I think she's really strict, and I don't think a computer breakdown problem could be an excuse.
The two students talk about the man's problem. Describe the problem and state which of the two solutions you prefer and why. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Okay, guys, how was it? Tell me, were you able to understand everything?
Teacher, sorry, I couldn't understand anything because I am driving. I am going to my home now.
Okay, no problem, Carol. You will be able to participate as soon as you get home, okay?
I am Vania, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Vania. No problem. What about the rest? Were you able to understand?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Leonardo. What about you, Natalie, Sarai, Carol?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so let's do the following. Leonardo, Carol, Natalie, Sarai, okay, were the ones who understood. Alexandra has just joined the session, so probably she didn't listen to the lecture, okay? So she's going to participate later. And Vania, since she is driving, well, she will be able to participate as soon as she gets home. So let's start. Before I choose, is there any volunteer who would like to participate? Would like to provide an answer for this question? Remember the steps. You have to explain what the problem is, then the solutions, and finally provide a short opinion. That's it. Any volunteer who would like to try? Okay, no one. Let's see. Natalie, are you there? Natalie, hello. I cannot hear you, Natalie. I think your internet connection is having some problems. What about you, Sarai? Are you ready? Sarai, I am speaking. I am talking to you.
You hear me?
Yes, but it's difficult for me to understand what you're saying. Maybe because of the internet connection. Okay, Sarai, please try to fix the problem you have, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. Carol, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, please. Carol and then Leonardo will participate. So be ready. 20 seconds to prepare the answer. Please, you can start now. Carol, please, your answer.
Okay. The lecture discusses a problem the man had. His computer broke down and he didn't save his assignment. The assignment was almost done, but unfortunately he didn't finish it. It was midnight, so he didn't bring his computer to the technician because it will be more expensive at this time. His friend advised that he maybe can ask for an extension to his professor, but he realized that she is very strict. It wouldn't be fair to his classmates. So it only would be an excuse for his professor.
Okay, Carol, is that all?
Yes.
Okay. Some comments. Your opinion was missing. Apart from that, you explained what happens in the lecture. Good job. Maybe you provided a lot of details, and that aspect of your speech made you waste time. Okay, remember you have only 1 minute to provide an answer. After, for next time, please try to be more, let's say, specific in terms of aspects. Okay, you can say something like, okay, in the conversation they discuss the problem of this man whose computer has broken down. Okay, the woman suggests 2 solutions. One is that, well, he could take his computer to the lab in order to have it fixed. And the other one is to talk to the professor and ask for a extension. For me, at least, is the best choice for the man is the first one, since his professor will not accept excuses. That's it.
Okay, I understand now. It's about the 2 advices for his friend.
For his problem, yes.
Okay, and I need to choose one solution.
Yes, personal, your opinion, okay? At the end, it has to be brief. You do not have to explain, okay? You can use
Okay.
the information you heard in order to support what you think. That's it. Okay, Carol?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Leonardo, are you there? Are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, 20 seconds for you to prepare. Leonardo, you can start.
Yes, I can start.
Please, you can start with your answer.
Okay. In this situation, the problem is that the computer of the guy broke, so he asked him for help to a friend, and she gives the 2 advice options. The first is that go to rent a computer to a library, but he said that it will be it will cost a lot. And the second advice is to go to the professor and tell him about this problem, but he said that once it happen the same thing, well, a similar thing, and she said that it will be not be fair for the rest. For me, the better option in this case would be the first. You can't, it's cost, but you can recover it, but a bad grade and not so much. So that's would be my advice.
Okay, nice organization of ideas, nice way of explaining what the problem was, the solutions. Okay, you had some problems trying to explain the solutions, at least the first one, but you did it. That's the point. Another thing, nice way of concluding what you were saying. You provided with your opinion, a short one. It was brief. It was a nice answer. This is the way you have to answer these kind of questions. Okay, guys? Thank you. Good job, Leonardo. Maybe a good idea would be to control your nerves, okay, when speaking.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Natalie, are you there? Were you able to fix the problem?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Are
Okay.
you ready? Or would you like to participate in the next recording?
Maybe in the next record.
Okay, you're not ready. Okay, no problem. I understand. What about Sarai?
Can you hear me? No?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
So are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, 20 seconds for you then. Please, your answer.
In the lecture, we heard about a man who broke his computer, and his friend talked him about two options. The first one is rent a computer, but he told her that it would cost too much. In the second suggestion was that he could talk to the teacher, but he says that the teacher is too strict, and there was a time that a classmate get sick, and even that the teacher don't get her the chance. So I think my suggestion would be the first one, because even if it costs too much, he will not lose the point of the homework.
Okay, nice organization of ideas, nice control of the time as well. Only one mistake that you committed. Please be careful with the simple past, okay? If you're going to tell a history, if you're going to, I don't know, say what happened, be careful with the simple past tense, okay? Apart from that, it was a nice answer, well structured. Only that mistake, okay? Sarai?
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, so I think, okay, next, in the next conversation, the rest of your partners are going to participate. Specifically, Alexandra, Natalie, and Vania, okay? You were the ones who participated this time. So let's continue with the next exercise, please.
That one of the famous philosophers is
Want to make the professor feel he's unreliable.
Conversation between two students.
Please listen carefully. This is the second record.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
What do you mean we're in trouble? What's wrong?
Well, you'll know that one of the famous philosophers is supposed to give a speech next week.
Yeah, I heard about that. I read it in the school bulletin. So what about it? Why are you so concerned?
Well, I'm so worried that not many students are aware of it. I'm getting worried that he might have to give a speech in a large room with only a few students. If that happens, I'm going to feel really bad for the lecturer.
Yeah, I get your point. Say, if you're that concerned, what about sending emails to the whole department? I'm sure the students will check their emails, and it could be a good chance to let them know about it.
Yeah, that could be a way.
Or why don't you ask the professor to lead a discussion class rather than a lecture? Tell the professor that students want to talk more deeply about his book, which was recently published.
Well, I guess it won't be easy to ask the professor for a change because the lecture is in a week. I need a solution anyway.
The students discuss two possible solutions to the woman's problem. Describe the problem. Then state which of the two solutions you prefer and explain why. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Okay, guys, are you ready?
Teacher, excuse me, can you repeat? I am just arriving to my home.
Okay, were you able to listen to the record?
Just the final part.
Oh, that's too bad.
The question, yeah.
Okay, what about the rest? Alexandra and Natalie.
Yeah, but in the beginning, I have some problems with my internet connection.
Okay, what about you, Alexandra? Okay, Alexandra is not able to, I don't know, maybe she's not there. So, okay, since Natalie and Vania didn't have had some problems, I'm gonna repeat it, okay? Only for this time, remember that. Please listen carefully.
Practice 1.
Now listen to a conversation between two students.
Listen carefully, please.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
What do you mean we're in trouble? What's wrong?
Well, you'll know that one of the famous philosophers is supposed to give a speech next week.
Yeah, I heard about that. I read it in the school bulletin. So what about it? Why are you so concerned?
Well, I'm so worried that not many students are aware of it. I'm getting worried that he might have to give a speech in a large room with only a few students. If that happens, I'm going to feel really bad for the lecturer.
Yeah, I get your point. Say, if you're that concerned, what about sending emails to the whole department? I'm sure the students will check their emails, and it could be a good chance to let them know about it.
Yeah, that could be a way.
Or why don't you ask the professor to lead a discussion class rather than a lecture? Tell the professor that students want to talk more deeply about his book, which was recently published.
Well, I guess it won't be easy to ask the professor for a change because the lecture is in a week. I need a solution anyway.
Okay, girls. Was it better now? Are you ready to answer?
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Vania?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Alexandra, are you there? Okay, Alexandra is not there. Too bad. Okay, Nathalie, please. It is your turn. 20
Okay.
seconds for you.
Could you please say the question because I can
Okay.
hear the question.
The students discussed two possible solutions to the woman's problem. Describe the problem. Then state which of the two solutions you prefer and explain why. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Okay, that was the
Thank you.
question.
Yeah.
20 seconds for you. Please, Nathalie, your answer.
The woman discusses a problem that she has with her speech about the famous philosopher. So she thinks that maybe so many students are not aware about this topic, and she feel bad about being in a large room with few students. So the two solutions are send an email that so the students can know about this topic and maybe be interested in that. And the other one is discusses maybe change the speech into a discuss, but she states that is in a week and maybe it's impossible. So I think that it's better to send an email so they can know about this topic.
Okay, nice answer. I really like that. The way you organize your ideas, maybe you needed some time to provide your opinion, but it was okay. You can control that later. So it was a nice answer. Thank you. You had some problems trying to explain the reasons, but in general, it was a nice answer. Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you.
Okay, Vania, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
20 seconds for you. Vania, please, your answer.
The lecture discusses about two solutions to the woman's problem. That not many students will go to the lecture of one of the famous philosophers. The two solutions that we have here is one, sending emails to the whole department. In this way, the whole department will know about this and maybe they will show their interest. The other solution will be that the professor read a discussion instead of a lecture, but maybe this is not possible because the professor will have only 1 week to prepare this discussion, and maybe the professor won't be able to prepare it. Maybe the best solution to this problem would be sending emails to the whole department. In this way, they will assist to this event.
Okay, it was a nice answer. Good job. It is clear that you understood the conversation. Good job. But try to use more synonyms, okay? With the words maybe, probably. Try to use more synonyms, okay? Apart from that, it was an almost excellent answer. Thank you, Nicole.
Vania.
Thank you, Vania. Sorry. Thank you, Vania. Okay, Alexandra, are you there? No. So, before I move on to lectures, is there any volunteer who would like to provide an answer for this question?
I want to try.
Okay, Leonardo, thank you. 20 seconds. Leonardo,
Okay.
please, your answers.
Okay. The problem in the situation is that the woman organized a program, and she's afraid that in this case, the famous philosopher gives his speech only for a few students. So college gives her some advice. The first is that send email to the department, and so the people could be able to know more about this program. And the other advice is discuss, turn this lecture into a discuss program, so a student could participate in it and turn into this program in a dynamic speech, more attractive. In my opinion, I prefer turn a lecture into a discuss program because I like to participate a lot, and well, that's all.
Okay, it was a nice answer. You organize your ideas. You follow the structure I told you. And I really like the way you express your opinion. Nice answer, Leonardo. Thank you. Now, any other volunteer who would like to try, or can we move on to lectures this time?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Carol, you want to participate?
Yes.
Okay, 20 seconds. Please, your answer.
The woman explains that a famous philosopher will give a speech next week, but not many students are aware of this event. She is concerned that it will be a large room for few students. Her friend advises her about email to the whole department, so a lot of the students know about that. The another advice is to change for the speech for a discussion, but maybe it's not too tight for this change. My advice would be to email the whole department so a lot of the students will be aware of this event.
Okay, it was a nice answer. You improved. That is the attitude. That is the way you have to do it, Carol. Maybe you had some problems trying to, at the moment of using prepositions with adverbs, okay? Remember, when there is a preposition before a verb, you have to use the ing form of that verb. Remember that, okay? Apart from that, it was a nice answer. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to lectures now, please. Give me just 1 second. I want to close this and open the other video. Let's see. This time, guys, you just have to provide the information, okay? Your opinion is not required. Loading, please wait.
Academic summary. Directions. In this question, you will listen to part of a lecture. You will then be asked to summarize important information from the lecture. After hearing the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak.
Okay, was the sound good, guys? Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this time I won't repeat the lecture, okay? So pay attention, listen carefully. This is the audio, the lecture.
Sample practice. Listen to a lecture in a business class.
Okay, so innovation is an act of making improvements by introducing something new. This is a very important topic in the study of business because this change could be considered to be a major driver in the economy. It could increase the value or the succession of many innovations that can help the growth of the whole economy. Innovations that are intended to make someone or something better are called intentional innovations. One example of intentional innovation is the bifocal glasses. Benjamin Franklin, as we all know, invented these glasses in 1784. As he was getting older, he had difficulty seeing both near and far sights. And for clear vision, he had had to switch both glasses, and well, I guess this had really bothered him. That's why he devised a way to have both types of lenses fit into one frame. The far-sighted lenses were placed on the top, and the near-sighted lenses were placed at the bottom. This was an innovation, to be exact, an intentional innovation. However, innovations can't always be planned. Well, there are surprising numbers of inventions that are associated with unintended actions. That is, an innovation can happen by accident and is called an accidental innovation. Most of you guys enjoy ice cream sodas and sundaes. You might be surprised why I mention ice cream sodas. Ice cream sodas are a good example of accidental innovation. One day in 1871, Otto Bauer was working at a restaurant and a scoop of ice cream just fell in a glass of flavored soda water. He tasted it, thought it was the most delicious tasting combination of ice cream and soda. After that, he began to serve ice cream in the soda. This was an accidental beginning of a new invention and was the innovation that helped his business and the society.
Using points and examples from the lecture, explain 2 different types of innovation. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Okay, guys, was it clear? Guys, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, are you ready? Carol, Natalie, Vania, Sarai, were you able to understand everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So, volunteers. Any volunteer who would like to start? Okay, no one wants to participate. Let's see. Vanya, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, this time you will have 30 seconds to prepare your answer, okay? So let's start. Please, Vania, your answer.
According to the passage, the types of innovation is defined like a potential innovation that would help us to improve our weakness. In the lecture, the professor illustrates this concept providing two examples. One of these is the accidental innovation, that this occurs when some combinations that occurs accidentally. The example that he gives us is the combination of soda and ice cream. It was totally accidentally. And the other example was about the glasses, that they improve the vision of people, mixing both type of glasses into one. In summary, this is a glaring example of innovations.
Okay, it was an excellent answer. I have to say, you explained what the lecture was about, the things that were mentioned, and nice control of the time as well. Good job, Vania. Thank you.
Thanks, teacher.
Leonardo, are you there?
Yes.
Please, 30 seconds for you to prepare. Leonardo, please, your answer.
Okay. In the lecture, well, the lecture is about innovation, that is the fact that introduce something new in the market. There are types of innovation in the lecture that could increase or decrease the sales. The first is the intentional innovation. As of they illustrate the example of the bifocal glasses, and the other example is an accidental innovation, such as the ice cream sodas for mistakes. A guy left the cream into the glass with soda, and the next day he realized the amazing discovery. That's two examples of the innovations. I didn't understand. Oh,
Okay, no problem. It is clear that you understood a lot of parts and you did it. You provided with a nice answer, well organized. Good job there. Okay, at the end, you were not able to explain about, I think, the second reason or the first one.
first,
Yes, okay. It was about Benjamin Franklin creating the bifocal glasses, right? In an
yes,
intentional way. So that was the first part. Don't worry, you did your best. It was a nice answer in general. Good job. For next time, more attention to details. Okay, Leonardo?
okay.
Okay, let's move on to Natalie. Are you there?
Yes.
30 seconds for you. Please, Natalie, your answer.
Yes. The lecture discusses about innovation, which is something new that can increase the value or of a invent or something like that. Yeah. First, she explains this accidental innovation with two examples. The first one is Benjamin Franklin making glasses that change that improve the way that people see, which is a mix of two glasses. And number two is ice cream soda, which is a combination that occur accidentally. This um, illustrates how can be um, search. Oh,
Okay, it was a nice answer until the end. Okay, at the end,
yeah,
because of the time, you had some problems to conclude what you were saying. Okay, you could
yeah,
have just said something like, okay, these were the ways that the lecturer used to illustrate the kinds of innovation. That's it. Okay,
okay, thank you.
and next time, work more on a conclusion. That's it. Apart from nice answer. Thank you. Sarai, are you there?
Yes.
30 seconds for you. Sarai, please, your answer.
In the lecture, he talks about innovation. This innovation, there are two types of innovation. The first one is intense innovation. He gave us the example about the glasses that Benjamin Franklin mixed two type of glasses to make it one better. And the second one was the accidental innovation. It occurs in accidents, like the example that the the man threw ice cream in a soda, and when he tasted, it was delicious. So we can infer that these innovations help to suggest things better to the society.
Okay, it was a nice answer. Great. Good job. Nice organization of ideas. Good management of the time. Good job, Sarai. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think Carol is missing. Carol, are you ready?
Yes.
30 seconds. Please, your answer.
The lecture discusses innovations, when people create something new in order to increase value and grow economy. First, the professor explains intentional innovation, for instance, classes, when a person created two types of classes in only one frame. The another example is about accidental innovation, when a person created this invention mixing ice cream with soda, and he liked the flavor of this mix. This invention was accidentally. The professor gives this example in order to explain innovations.
Okay, it was a nice answer, nice management of the time as well. Well-organized ideas. Really, it was a good, you used a good conclusion as well. So no comments for this. Good job, Carol. Thank you.
Thank
you. Okay, finally, Alexandra, are you there? Okay, Alexandra is still not there. So, well, too bad for her. Okay, guys, that was all for this class. I hope this practice has helped you improve the way you speak and the way you listen, okay? I will release the daily survey now. Please, I would really appreciate you complete it. And before we finish with the session, I would really appreciate if you have any question, tell me now. Any question that you may want to ask?
The opinion, when we have a give an opinion, is when they ask us to give it.
Yes, according to the question, it will usually appear when you listen to conversations, okay? When you listen to lectures, your opinion is not required, okay? But when listening to conversation, sometimes you will be asked to provide a point of view, a perspective, opinion, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other question? Don't forget to complete the daily survey, okay? I would really appreciate if you do that. Okay, guys, if there are no questions, well, I think that this is it for today. See you on Friday, okay? Thank you for attending and participating. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.